but they were never his ways. They were the ways of the world. Put crack on black city streets, trying to numb the pain. Put heroin in my brother's veins, but they were never his ways. They were the ways of the world. Fatherless boys have to teach themselves to walk tall, and some never quite learn to walk at all because the world is heavy on somebody's shoulders. I told her I understood when she apologized for not being a better mother to my brother, but then they were words in surreal circumstance, a day that should not have existed, something that was not supposed to happen. Want to spin so fast I make it all disappear, stir up some kind of energy that frees me. See, I used to write almost effortlessly, like reconstructing a blueprint, words in subconscious, catching that glimpse from God, then putting the puzzle back together to get the point across and out of me to whoever happens to hear it. Like weight lifted, something gifted from somewhere unseen, where all of this makes sense. Personal liberation, constrict and release, but now I hear static. Signals everywhere and nowhere, can't focus, can't hold this much tension in one woman body. Try to write it escape routes from my fingertips, sweat it out from my locks, but it sits still in my belly and on my back like a bag of bricks I wear where wings once were, or maybe just want to be. I will break free when I'm ready. Fly high above this pain I have ingested and grown to know well, like bad habits, insecurity, stubborn, want to shit it out. Vomit this reality I swallow whole each morning, stare into the sun, singe my vision again and again, can't bear it, but must somehow live with death. Remorse, survivor's guilt. Because we came from the same mindless brilliance, he and I. The same selfish, coward, pimp, tragedy, fuck of a man made us miserable and amazing. Started the same after-school special, but now he's the tragic example and I'm the narrator, telling our lives in a poem, trying desperately to find some kind of peace in these tornado insides, a spirit wincing in pain, a sorrow so deep it is beyond anything I've ever dreamed or would ever wish on anyone. I wake up pissed off and lonely for a joy I saw once in the energy shared only in the space between siblings on the inside of a joke, laughing through a pain only we knew, only he knew, only we loved more than I knew two people could, can't be captured in words, poetry, song, even thought, too restricting. Survivors live to tell the story, but really, who wants to do that? This heart has drowned itself in grief so long I get motion sickness when I feel, and what does that mean, really? I can arrange my words in stylish shapes and sing you a sad song, but there is no going back in time, no saving someone who could not be saved, and I don't want you to understand. I wouldn't want you to understand this kind of somber cloak that clings to me, this burden inside heavy, even when I am laughing, cannot shake it or break it, feels tangled in my spirit. The ache of loss has found rhythm in my breath, sinking into me with unstoppable persistence. I have become an occupational mourner, a sister left. How am I holding up? But the real question is, what am I holding up? Even my toothbrush feels heavy in these hands, connected to these arms, attached to this body which houses this smashed heart. Told my stages of grief are normal. My anger and sorrow and depression are normal by well-meaning friends who know not the slightest of such things, or they would know when someone is in one of those stages they cannot see it, nor feel any comfort in the medical breakdown of what might have happened inside a post-drug abused 35-year-old body slumped over on the bed, surrounded by approved court papers and tickets marked paid, vegetarian, takeout, cold on the nightstand, his hand clutching 2 letters commending him on his 9 months of sobriety and consistent, dedicated work at the animal shelter, a life learning to be mended, half-hearted, awkward attempts at conversation and hunches on what might have happened that night do no good to my unborn children who will know their uncle only through photos and stories, not a medical science project, not some distant person who existed only in passing. My brother, my tribe, my flesh and blood, my only family. Didn't hear from most friends past the obligatory phone call, didn't hear from some friends at all, because as it turns out, death makes people painfully uncomfortable, absent, even. I didn't explain myself because you wouldn't have gotten it clearly, wouldn't understand the remarkable story of two lonely children raised in separate but equal hells who found each other, loved more than anyone has ever loved, and now I am left to rediscover this love in this new form between where he is and where I am, stuck or free, can't tell really, just trying to survive each sunrise, each moment, breathe anyway. I am looking at impossible. I am listening, trying to find my footsteps inside this experience. I am swallowing a stone tongue, bending her back till she breaks and can be born again.